What could go wrong when you're adding components to your motherboard?
Hi, I'm Paul, this is Diane. We are the PC Zombies, and basically what it is that you buy a component and it doesn't work. It's not your fault, or maybe it is your fault, but whatever happens, you'd like to return it and get a new one because you just bought a new one. So if your memory controller doesn't work on your CPU, I want to return my CPU to Amazon, get a new CPU. I pay for a new CPU. There are several different things that can cause something to go wrong that makes you have to return something, and there's some things that you need to be aware of that you should do to make sure that you can return something. So here's the list. First, avoid bending any of your pins. You know this one. The second one is don't work on your motherboard or your CPU unless you understand how static works. And we have a couple videos on that. We'll link to them here, but you do not touch those without an anti-static wrist strapped on, connected to an anti-static pad, which is the pad itself grounded into the wall. Just touching the contact pads on the back of the CPU can cause different components within that CPU to go bad. Maybe part of the memory controller, maybe a core, and you may not be able to see it right away. So don't work without an anti-static pad. The next thing is when you get your components, order just what you need and not any more than what you need to get your computer to the hello world state. To me, that's a motherboard, a CPU, and memory. Because I don't even need SSDs or a graphics card as long as I got a GPU in my CPU, which most of them do. And I can get to that point where I can run MemTest86 Plus, which is a free utility, and then that will tell me if my memory, CPU, and motherboard work. After you get Hello World, then buy those other components. When they arrive, you can put them in. You got plenty of return window cycles for it.
Great advice.
The next thing after that is when you get your components, don't ever throw away their boxes, because you may have to return it, and they won't take it back if it's not in the original box.
They won't?
Sometimes.
Wow.
I mean, you throw away your motherboard box and then you try returning the motherboard to Amazon, I think you might have a problem.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So, but you know, maybe they take it back, but just don't throw those boxes away. The other thing is don't do something that's permanent to these products that actually make them yours. Like don't mark them up with a, I mean, I did this once. I bought a motherboard, it came with a thumb drive. I go, oh cool, I put on my name on the thumb drive so I know it went with my computer. And then the motherboard had a problem. I had to return it, and I was like, what am I going to do with this thumb drive they gave me? It's got my name on it now with a magic marker.
I bet they didn't lose it.
I Sharpied it. Well, they took it back. I was lucky. Oh, I said don't do cleaners either.
Right.
Well, this is one time because we do a video channel, I was cleaning a spot on the motherboard so I could film it really close. The cloth got caught on the pins.
Yeah, it was like a terry cloth with a loop.
Oh my gosh. It was stuck to the pins.
It was bad.
Miserable. And so you don't want to do that. You want to be careful, okay? So and after I cleaned it, I used a little gooby gun to get something off of it, and that mirror finish dye, I never told you about this one. I never could get the gooby gun took some of that surface off. So there are chemicals used for the mirroring that you don't want to mess with. So be careful with your motherboard. Keep it clean, keep it nice, but don't use chemicals, don't throw away your boxes. And here's one that you may not expect. You might think, gee, if I'm going to have to return it, I might want to keep all those little plastic peel-offs on it.
Oh yeah.
Don't keep the plastic peel-offs on it. Anything you buy that you're going to test it without the plastic peel-offs.
Why is that? How
could you know if the component works if you're running it with the peel on? Especially like with a motherboard. I'll touch the mat. The back panel here, if you leave that peel on, when you put the motherboard in the computer, you won't be able to peel it off because it'll be trapped. In the case of the heat sink, which is even more important, or this mirror up here, also a heat sink, if you don't peel it off, it may overheat, and you're the reason the component doesn't work. The manufacturers know this. They expect you to peel it off. Peel it off.
Okay.
And that's our video, Di.
Well, it's great advice.
All right. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
And we love the thumbs ups.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.